Sotheby's African contemporary art sales broke more than 75 world records in less than 3 years. Yes, African contemporary art is a trend, but what it is exactly, let's just start. Welcome to African Art Whispers, and today we are going to explore the different characteristics of African contemporary art and its evolution. This will be, of course, followed by our usual facts. Western scholars and specialists had numerous attempts at defining African contemporary art in early 90s and 2000. A wide category of genres were proposed. Unfortunately, until today, we still do not have a clear definition of what African contemporary art is, but characteristics can be put together. So let's just dive in. African contemporary art is African. This refers to a sense of identity and belonging. Is considered as African as someone who lives and works on the continent. But then what about the diaspora, those who travel and never set their feet on the continent but are still inspired by their cultural heritage? The term to be used is Afropolitan, which comes from the word Africa to refer to the continent, and from the word polis, which in Greek means city. This term is inspired by the Pan-Africanism movement, and by using this approach we are now able to integrate everyone. The emphasis is on citizens' experience of the continent. Some curators will defend artists' right not to be wrapped in a category because of their apparent origin. Their main argument is that their Africanness may or may not be relevant to the subject matters, but will be inherent in their work. So let's just look at a few examples here. We have Jane Alexander, who is Caucasian and born and grown in South Africa. Her work will be assimilated to African contemporary art. The second example is with Abdoulaye Konaté, black from Mali, and his work will be considered as African contemporary art. And the last example is with Alida Boukriet, who is French of Algerian descent, and the picture here, the Dîner des Anonymes, will be assimilated to African contemporary art. African contemporary art is contemporary. This refers to the notion of time. It is about now. We make a distinction between modernist and contemporary artists. Are considered modernists those who made a significant contribution to the departure from traditional art. Those artists have been able to push boundaries throughout their career and continue to do so. They have also accepted and mastered the new technology that were presented to them in order to integrate them in their local framework and therefore contribute to the development of African modern art. Here is Ablad Glover, who is still alive but considered as a modernist. He was born in 1934 in Ghana, trained in his home country, then Britain and the United States. He is an established artist and acclaimed international educator. He is also part of a first generation of Ghanaian artists who explore African urban subjects in a new light. Here is one of his work, and it demonstrates clearly the connection between African traditional art and Western styles. Ablad is fascinated by movement and color, which he introduced by using impasto layers techniques.